Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. Voluntary reduction in outdoor burning is requested by Hopkins County Emergency Management Director and Fire Chief Andy Inslee. Inslee says the county is being boxed in by other counties that are under burn bans, and Hopkins County is only 2 weeks out from a burn ban. Delta, Rains, and Hopkins County are the only counties in the area that are not under a ban. Under a ban, Hunt County, Fannin County, Red River County, and Franklin counties. Inslee says the county has been blessed with rains, but they've been too scattered to relieve concerns. Each Monday morning, he contacts the regional coordinator at the Texas Forestry Service regarding their burn rating for the county. Inslee recommends that local residents who have the need of burning refuse or brush piles utilize the Texas Forestry Service website regarding burn bans in the area. According to the site, many Texas counties have issued bans. Much of central and western Texas is under a ban. Southeastern Texas and a thin line from Lamar County to Cherokee County and 4 other counties in northeast Texas have not issued bans. Inslee says that it would be best to wait to burn until more saturating full county coverage rainfall occurs. He noted that seasonal rainfall, especially in the fall, provides the rainfall needed. Otherwise, there will be a strain on the system with multiple grass fires. He noted that at this time, a fire call to the county is automatically considered a first alert with 2 stations responding. He noted that now, by the second alarm, if a fire is near a neighboring county, a request is sent to that neighboring county for assistance. A 3-alarm fire automatically brings neighboring county aid. In a farm-focused county such as Hopkins, Inslee is well aware of the need to burn. However, he also knows that farmers need to be protected as well. He noted that using a burn barrel for trash is important, but the barrel needs a heavy wire mesh over the top to keep debris from flying out while burning. He said that if a brush fire is needed, call Hopkins County Sheriff's Office at 903-438-4040, and the dispatch will inform you if you can or should not burn. He asked that one follow the suggestion of the dispatch office. Farm fires also occur by accident. He suggests that you go to Hopkins County, Texas Emergency Management Facebook page. There you will find suggestions on how to prevent fires. If you must have a fire, a brush fire, or some kind of burn outside, he suggests also that you call the county fire department at 903-439-6272, extension 5, to inquire regarding a department observation for a controlled burn. He said that would depend on schedules for the volunteer fire departments and the volunteers.
Those who are graduates of the adult leadership class in Hopkins County remember it very, very fondly. Let's find out about the adult leadership class forming this fall. Linda Hager will tell us more.
We've been doing it since 1990. Billy Sam Elliott started this, and it's been a great thing ever since. We've done lots of things for the community, and each class has a project. Well, the first 2 classes didn't, but that's okay. We'll excuse them.
Okay.
And the rest of them did. And, I mean, they choose a big, usually.
Project?
A big project,
Such as Kids Kingdom was one?
That's right.
Okay.
Kids Kingdom was one. That class was led by Jeff Harris, and Rhonda was in that, and Mary had, put in so much, and so each one of those class members had to get 10 people, and they worked on that. They had different things to put together on that, and so they did it like in that week. Built that thing.
It is lovely.
Yes.
It still is. And the 2 big signs on the north and south ends of town,
yes,
those big white rock signs.
That was one of the class. I can't remember who the president was that year, but Wyvon King and Cindy Lancaster. I can remember seeing them sit on top of that sign and making a picture. But, yes, the walking paths at Beaufort Park, where we have the stew. That was one of the class projects. And then another class did the other side. So people can walk on both sides. But I think they'll eventually have to go to the other side with the stew because they're getting so many entries. There'll be places on the other side to have the stew around that walk.
Well, the adult leadership class is, in one of the descriptions I've read, for emerging civic leaders
Yes.
and business leaders?
We're just hoping that to teach them or in team building and just learn about all the entities, the city, the school, the county, the hospital. We do everything. We go inside the jail, and that's an eye-opening thing. But anyway, when you hear that door climb behind you, every time I go. But it's just trying to develop these people into running for office or, getting involved, getting on a committee. There's so many committees at the city they have that you can be involved in. You don't have to be a council member, but they have all of those different things that involve. And
well, adult leadership sort of analyzes all that with the students going along, and you go meet at these places. You meet once a month, but you have the field trips, let's say.
Yes. We do a lot of the industries. I try to get at least one or two in every class, and it's a 9-month course, and we try to get a couple of industries each month. And in these classes, they'll say, I didn't even know this place existed out here when we go to some of these places. And they're just so interesting. And some of them have gotten, the technology out there. I mean, it's
amazing to see it work.
It is amazing. It is. It's been going for 28 years because it started in 1990. But we have, in 2006, we started doing it just every other year because we've graduated 448 people. Which was, let's see, 211 women and 235 men. So it's, the classes usually are pretty equal. And we do team building to see,
one of the exercises I remember, we went to a ropes course place, and then we were all blindfolded, and we had to find our way from one side of the room to the other. But you'll be touching people, and then you find out who they are, and your team sort of gathered together, and then you work together to
That's right.
meet this obstacle.
You have a bunch of people that are trying to get from one side to the other, and you've got to have the ones on the other side, and you've got to communicate. Okay. Communication is just a big thing in that. So.
And that's part of what the adult leadership class does. It develops people to take part in things that go on right here where we live. The services that have already served you and infrastructure that's in place, but maybe you didn't even know how it was developed or what it did.
Some of them haven't, some people haven't been to the hospital and gone through it if they haven't needed it, or down at City Hall. I mean, it's just...
Well, law enforcement and emergency services.
The fire department and the EMS, and I mean, they go to the extent to really show us how. And this team building, a lot of them take it back to their work then, and they can do all these things that we do in this, because that's a 2-day deal. So they can take that back to work with them and use it with their employees and maybe do one of those games, and it's so funny. I mean, it's just so hilarious to watch them.
And it really has good results. Now, it's fortunate for us that there's an adult leadership class forming this fall.
That's right. It's we skipped last year, so we're starting a class this year. Our first meeting will be August the 29th.
Okay.
And that is our personality profile, and we do it local economy that day. So just, and then the next one usually is our team building, our ropes course. And now we go over to Texas A&M Commerce. They have a ropes course over there.
I see.
And it's the same guys that have been there. I think they've been there, I've used them at least 3 years now. So.
Well, close at home.
Group.
As things develop around us, you reach out and make use of those, because we had to go to other towns before in some cases.
Yeah. Now, but, and also the high school leadership goes over there and does that one time. They use the commerce.
There is the particulars on becoming a member of the adult leadership class. You need a sponsor.
Yes, the businesses usually send them, and as I say, it's a 9-month course. Everything's paid for. It's just a fee up front, and then your meals are paid for. We go to Austin for 2 days, and all the hotels paid for. We stay at the Driscoll downtown, which is they're very nice to me and give me a good rate, so I can afford that.
If you've not been to the Driscoll Hotel in Austin. It's lovely. It's beautiful.
It's just beautiful,
historic.
isn't it? I know. It's just, and they're so nice to us. I mean, and they welcome us each time. They're just so nice, and you can just walk anywhere. We don't have to get the vans out. We go down in 2 vans usually, and so everybody kind of stays together. We tour the Capitol and the state cemetery. And last time our graduation, we usually go just to a barbecue place down there that's real good, but last time we got on this boat. We rented the boat, and the Ingrams knew some people that had this, so they rented that boat behind those hotels, and you go down the river, and they took us down the river and then came back right at the right time, and then here comes all the bats out, the millions of bats. And I've only, as many times as I've been, I've only seen them twice.
Really?
But this time, I mean, it was just unreal. So everybody enjoyed that.
One year, the graduation was at a near the bridge. I mean, and the meal was served out. You had a patio. You could go out and watch those bats come in.
It was all glass.
Part of a tradition
on that
there.
side, so that people could see the bats. That's the thing.
The trip to Austin, as you mentioned, going to the Capitol, we met our representative at that time, Pete Patterson, and we saw where he sat at his desk. It was a very old desk, and it was historic in itself. So many people had used that position there, and it was before everyone had computers at the desk. Pete Patterson didn't have a computer and hadn't chosen to have one yet. But of course now it's all changed up.
Yeah, it's all, yes, it's all changed now. Yes. So.
You can be part of this adult leadership class. Of course, there's some criteria, and to find out if you want to take on the 9-month commitment for this. But
it's a whole day. We just spend one day and tour the schools, and Mr. Lamb does a great job of putting together a day to show us all the ISD part. I mean, from the little kids up to high school.
If they think they want to be part of this, there's an application form that has to be filled out completely and turned in before August 15th.
And I can email that to them.
Okay.
Or if they'll just call the chamber, or the chamber can email them. If they call me, I'll get them an application. I've got packets with me all the time. So if they just holler at me, well, I'll get them a packet with all the information in it, and they can fill it out. And
well, it's something you will never forget, and you'll always cherish the fact that you did it.
Yeah, I mean, people say, "Oh, I want to do it again. Would you let me do it again?" And that's a big compliment. I mean, I appreciate that so much. But we have a good time. I mean, you have fun, and it's a group that bonds together. They still have a friendship from then on.
Certainly, I remember the people that were in my class. There's the application process, and get that in so that there's a selection committee.
I need at least 20 to 22 to make the class. I mean, for me to have enough money to pay for everything, because we pay for all the meals. They're not out anything unless they want to take extra money to Austin or something like that. But I pay for everything down there, and we go out and eat several times. And we have breakfast at the Capitol with. So. Trying to think of something else that might be of interest. Let's see. They did the pavilion. They did the they did the tables like about 2 or 3 years ago under that big pavilion
in our Buford Park.
They helped do that, and then they put the walkway around. P.
Oh yes, the boardwalk.
One of the boardwalk with the lights, and then they redid that gazebo there in the front. That was, they didn't do that when they built, because that was kind of history there.
Okay.
And they didn't do that, but then it just got so bad that they tore it down and they redid that, and that's what one class did.
Okay. So the adult leadership class that forms this year will center on a project that will be a contribution to our community and an ongoing use, actually, of whatever this is they come up with.
See, the high school leadership is one of the projects.
Okay.
Yeah. I forgot, I think somebody in North South Carolina that Billy Sam had heard about, so he got information on that, and In fact, that was really the first class that was their first project, and it's still going. I mean, it's the high school. But the other thing is teen court.
Okay.
Monica Littlefield really worked and kept that going, but I mean, it's now self-sustaining, and teen court is a real big thing.
Well, we keep mentioning individuals, and we keep mentioning Billy Sam Elliott, who was chamber director,
Yes.
and just really got many things started.
That's right. He was backbone in a lot of things there at the chamber, and got it going.
That is
fun
true.
to work with.
If you get acquainted with Leslie down at the
Yes.
Chamber of Commerce, who is our director now, she is just a delight to work with and very open to new ideas.
That's right. I mean, she has started several things that's different, and like this thing tomorrow night at
The Chamber Showcase out at the Country Club.
benefit the members of the chamber. If you're a member of the chamber, you get a lot more.
So you'll be available. How will people ask for this leadership application form?
If they just call the chamber at 885-903, 885-6515. Or you can email Leslie, but now I'm not sure. I don't have hers just
Okay.
right off. You can email her at the chamber, her and Vicki, or just call me you call me on my cell, 439-7231, and I've always got them with me to give.
Thank you for all that you are doing for the adult leadership class.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it, and oh my goodness, I would have never got to know all these people. It's been great.
Thank you for coming in this morning,
Yes,
Linda.
thank you for having me so much.
Here's Don Julian with sports.
The Lady Cats volleyball team had their first practice of the season Wednesday at the middle school gym. It was a 2-a-day session with early morning conditioning and then a practice session on volleyball skills. I talked with Lady Cats volleyball coach Justin Manus between the sessions. Coach, it's always exciting to start a season.
Oh, it definitely is, especially going into my third season. We had a team camp Monday and Tuesday, and to see how volleyball has grown and girls are developing into volleyball players is really exciting. And the conditioning this morning was exciting. There's a lot of energy in the gym. They're excited to be back and ready to start the season.
What kind of goals are you setting for yourself this year?
Well, we kind of set the bar high last year, and winning district is going to be a goal for us every single year for all three teams, freshman, JV, and varsity. But really, overall, if we do what we need to do and play the best that we can, that we're capable of doing, whatever the outcome, I'm going to be proud of these girls.
Yeah, we know Texas High's, they're pretty loaded and coming back and gave us a heck of a battle last year, even though we overcame it.
Yes, they're going to have the right side hitter, the lefty, who's coming back. She committed to A&M. So she's going to be a force to reckon with in district, but, it takes a whole team to get it done. And, I think that we've got a lot of really good pieces, to put on the floor. And if we play how we're supposed to, we're going to be tough to beat.
Tell us about some of the returners that you're real excited
about. Well, of course, we have Autumn Tanton coming back. She was a first-team all-district selection. Of course, Texas Sports Writers, all-state middle blocker. She's really excited right now. I mean, she has a mindset about her that I really like. We have Sadie Stroud, who is a libero. We have Erica Van Bentham, who was newcomer of the year, who is returning. Maddie Vickery, who's going to be a strong right side block for us, and Lexi Wisenhunt, who's going to be setting for us and hitting as well. So we're going to have a lot of weapons and a lot of experience still on the floor.
Last year you had very, very good performance from both freshman team and JV. They may have won both won district.
They did. They both won district.
So, you had some players there to pull for to kind of.
Yes, and it's just crazy how much some of them developed over the off season. I mean, so it's exciting. It's a good problem to have when you have a bunch of good players that you can choose from. So we're not expecting anything less than what we did last year and coming out and winning in all three divisions and hopefully pushing a little bit further in the playoffs this year.
Now you'll start, I guess, on Monday. It'll be at home.
Yeah,
it'll be in the regular.
It'll be a scrimmage. It'll be 10, 11, and 12. We'll be off at 11. We'll play at 10 and 12. It's Cumbia and Commerce scrimmage at home.
And that kind of gets things started for you, and then you don't wait long.
No. With the date being weird when we start, we start today on the 1st, so everything really got bunched up. So we'll go with our scrimmage on Monday, and then we go to Sherman on Tuesday with the tri-match with Sherman and North Lamar. And then we have a Eustis tournament for freshmen and JV, and then the Garland tournament for varsity. So we jump right into it.
Yeah. You've got your entire coaching staff coming back.
That's
always a good thing.
It is, and we all know each other, and they know what to expect from me, and it's just a really good environment.
After 2 days for Wildcats football season ticket holders to renew, those that renewed were able to seek upgrades on Wednesday. And one Wildcat football season ticket holder arrived outside the high school at 1 o'clock Wednesday morning, hoping to be the first in line for ticket upgrades, only to discover a ticket holder who began camping out at 10:30 Tuesday night. Both went home happy. Wednesday morning at around 11, I talked with season ticket week coordinator Lynette King.
We had probably about 25 people in line when we got here, and most of them, well, I think everybody got what they really wanted. We had some seats that had been returned, and so they were able to upgrade their seats, and then in some cases that would open up some other seats that were exactly what other people were looking for.
All
so.
Right. Well, there's still some pretty good seats out there.
There are. If you are wanting to, upgrade your seats, there are some of them are down low, which in some cases there are people that are wanting the down low, those seats that are further down low. But we do have a few that are up high. So.
Yeah, that was one thing that kind of lifted the seats up. And
yeah,
so
they're about 6 foot higher than what they originally were.
And it's that front row now is a good seat.
It's a really good seat.
Sight lines. In fact, all the sight lines are very good.
They're really good. They're really good.
Any idea how many tickets we may still be trying to move?
We have most of Section B, which is the railback, that people have moved out of the railbacks into some chair seats.
Okay.
And that's close to 100 seats there, so there's probably about 75 in the Section B. And then we've got probably 30 or 40 spread throughout Section C, D, and E.
So if they don't get gobbled up today,
Thursday is going to be, they're going to be really happy on Thursday morning. Get here early. Yeah.
And we say that, but again, probably end up with a really, really good seat.
That's very possible.
All right. So things are smooth. Everything working like
everything went exactly as planned. The ones that were here got what they wanted this morning. I think we can do the same thing for Thursday morning as well.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.